Hi. Full disclosure, 214. I still look like we hot, right? Or I'm hot.
It's just you.
You ignorant. I gave that from my soul, didn't I?
You did.
So my partner in crime has been out of town, which is why we have not been talking to y'all. But that does not mean I don't have stories.
Always stories.
So, far as the proactively dating, what have I been doing? I signed up for online dating, which I hate because there's really bizarre people online. Really, really bizarre people. So, let me tell you a story about one. I met this one gentleman on Match, and the first conversation, he seemed really, really normal. So, the second conversation we had...
I'm going to play Let Me Guess Who This Is, but in my own head, I ain't going to say.
You know, I never told you about this one.
Oh, no.
No.
So you saving shit.
I saved it. Because I knew you would be entertained by this. See how considerate I am?
You bubba.
Okay, so he says, because basically I have the ability to take a situation and make it better. And I was like, okay. And he says, in fact, I would call it a God-given gift, is what he told me. So basically, if anybody has a problem, they come to me so I can solve it because that's just what I do. Awesome. He's going to do one day is sit down with scientists so that he can cure cancer. I said, so do you have a medical degree? And he goes, no. And not just no, I know why you asking me that. No, just flat out no. I said, so let me ask, so you feel like you could sit down with scientists and cure cancer? So he was like, yeah. And why you feel like all these people who trying to solve cancer, you know how to do it? Like, we march for cancer. We have telethons. But no, you can go and sit with scientists and solve it. That's what you telling me?
I think he's gonna tell him something like just dump all the blood out and put some new in there. That's what I feel like he's gonna
So I met two other guys. Both of them were attractive, you thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nice bodies. Smart. The first guy, we went out once, but he didn't have much conversation, and he kind of seems like he's used to women being easy. That's what I gathered. That was, I'm not going to say his name, but the one without the dog in the picture. And I didn't like that because we were just talking, and then he tried to kiss me in the middle of dinner, and I didn't quite appreciate that. And then the second time I saw him, he kind of tried to lay me, and didn't like that either. So won't be seeing him again.
I'm just asking.
Question, internet. So answer his question in the comments.
And I invite everybody to, kind of give us some feedback. That's what I'm asking. Like, do the gentlemen feel as if because they gave you their number, that's it? Like, now it's on you. Now you call me. You show interest. You know what I mean? Like, that's my question.
I don't know, gentlemen. Is that how you feel? I don't know, but I don't really have too much energy for it.
I mean, I'm just asking when you're trying to court a female. That's what
I don't feel like a lot of dudes know Nathan about courting.
Okay. See, that's
At all.
Yeah,
I think courting is out the window. Courting is a lost art. You know what else is a lost art? Sensuality. People just don't know how to be it. Sexuality and sensuality. Two different things. Google it.
I think you're more so show me. Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
What is it? Talk to me. What's wrong with me?
You do not believe anything anybody says to you at all. When people tell you shit, you're like, okay. And the fact that you're telling me, I don't believe it. But when you show me, yeah, absolutely. You're definitely from the show me stage.
Is that bad?
See, it's one of them things again, like...
He can't never give me an answer when I ask him.
It ain't cuz, it ain't bad, but it don't help.
It ain't good either.
But it don't help nothing.
I feel like if you're amazing, who needs to put that out in a blowhorn of how amazing you are? Just be freaking amazing, and people will see that. Why are you laughing so hard?
Because you're funny.
But in that, you're like, who needs you?
A blowhorn. That's so funny.
Is that the right instrument?
Yes, it is. Or megaphone, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Just be great. Who needs you to be like, they're so unnecessary. If you're the shit, that just comes out in being the shit. People who are not the shit have to keep telling people that they're the shit. But when you are the shit, you ain't got to say nothing. That's why I love humble people, because usually a humble person they're confident in themselves. They don't have to keep blasting out.
Well, have you ever met anybody that has told you that they're humble? Like when you first meet
No
them?
one's ever told me they're humble, but I have met.
I know you know humble people. We've talked
Yes.
about the humble people you know.
I love it.
And how it makes you feel. But I'm saying like people that you've met in terms of like trying to date.
Oh, date. And what?
Have they been like, I'm just a really humble person and kind of like
No.
left it there and just like,
I don't feel like people say
I
that.
don't feel like I've heard anybody say that to you either, or you haven't said
But
it.
who's humble and say they humble?
That's true.
Isn't that like not being humble? Isn't that like an oxymoron?
But that seems dumb. That's like, okay, you ain't gonna tell me you're humble, but you gonna
Because
tell me you're
humility,
amazing?
I feel like humility just comes out. It's like all of my friends are humble, but as far as like men I've dated, I may know too.
And the two, I know that you know, you loved.
I did love,
Yeah, that's funny.
especially that recent one. Anywho, we digress.
Digress.
Yeah, like usually if you're driven, humble, smart, I'm gonna be in love in a minute.
I like when you're in love.
Do you? That last one hurt.
It's
like
kind of funny.
shit.
It's funny. It's funny.
My love is funny. Why?
Because you're so like.
Because I'm so not that person.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks I'm evil and like hard. But when I love somebody, I
It's
turn
kinda
into,
like-
I'm gooey and. Who you really like? Don't say their name. Who you really like?
Karaoke. Remember that?
Oh! You did like him. He was so inconsistent.
That's what I'm saying. That's typically
Okay.
what happens, and I know you can't be with somebody that's like that. And that's typically the ones that I feel that you possibly could give a second chance to. They're all inconsistent, and that's usually the deal breaker for you.
Inconsistency is huge to me. If you can't be consistent, and I'm not even a chick that needs to hear from you and you sending me all these text messages all day. I'm not that chick. But if you're not consistent, I interpret inconsistency as a lack of interest. And if I gotta guess if you're interested, I don't want to be there.
It would have ended up being the same thing because he was already telling you, he's courting you, but he's already telling you what you need to do to make him feel as if.
Like, what?
Yeah, so those are the breaks on that. Like, sorry, sir.
These windows getting foggy. Is it our breath doing that?
Probably.
I just need her to shut up.
And now she go bleep bleep. Oh, you thought I was gonna shut me up? Bleep bleep on it. Bleep. Like I'm gonna go high on your ass. So how many people think cops on the Segway are sexy? Is that what he was giving? Like, let me come out here and get on my Segway and drive off? Like, sir. I mean, I'm asking because I don't know.
I don't know what his purpose
Could
was.
you say he came out, got on the Segway, and didn't wave? Like,
I don't know what he was attempting to do. I just don't want to go to that store because I know he's probably going to be there.
shout out to all the cops that think they sexy on the Segway
You ignorant.
with a gun in a holster.
What if, couldn't that go like terribly awry?
It could.